Welcome to AstroTalks with Los Angeles-based professional astrologer AstroKrys, your source for weekly astrology, spiritual talk, and moon magic. Your energetic support is much appreciated, and I thank you for your 5-star rating. You are a star. Gracias. In this week's astrology, the highlight of the week is changing in energy. We have 2 personal planets ingressing to different zodiac signs. This is going to change the way that we are behaving and communicating. So the first change happens when Mercury ingresses the sign of Cancer, and that is happening on July the 4th. Mercury was in Gemini for quite some time because it went retro, went back to Taurus, and then returned to Gemini to complete the transit. So no more Gemini Mercury energy. Now Mercury is going into the sign of Cancer, which is going to highlight our emotions. Mercury is the planet of communication, and Cancer is a sign of emotions, heartfelt balance, and love within, and our family structure. It also plays out on our security system. So whatever house that you have natally in your chart ruling Cancer is the house that provides security and nurturing. This is where you retreat and hide to recharge, collect yourself, and then make a plan to execute out. Similarly, like the energy of the crab, it's very protective on the outside, but within inside, it's a whirlpool of gushiness and softness. And this softness is what helps you connect to others and also relate to others on a heartfelt basis. So when we have Mercury transiting Cancer, this is all about telepathically communicating. Since Mercury is the planet of communication and Cancer is the sign of psychic and intuitive abilities, this is a time to start communicating with your loved ones in a telepathic fashion, and also to develop your intuition and listen to your intuition. Now, a lot of us here, especially people that are into spiritual development and astrology and esoterics or the occult sciences, we tend to be more intuitive, and this is why we're interested in these subjects, because we know there's more to the tangible and what we can see. Well, when Mercury is in Cancer, this is all about tapping into that. Now, you're going to bring in the energy of your house, and that's going to give you more information on the area that this is going to be played out. If you need a chart, I do offer a free natal chart and mini report on my website. You can head over to CodaQueenAstrology.com, and you'll see in the hamburger drop down that there is a free birth chart tab. Click there. All you need to do is join the free membership, and you'll have access to the calculator and calculate as many charts as you wish to. Another thing that Mercury in Cancer represents is logical intuition. Now, these are 2 contrary things. Mercury is the mind, communication, speech. It's logic. It's the air sign, and also has rulership in Earth. But through the air archetype, Mercury is activating the mind. Now, when it transits a water sign such as Cancer, this dives deep into intuition. So it's something that is different from the element of air, but through the element of Earth, which Mercury also rules, it's able to bring something into fruition by fertilizing through water. So this is a great transit to develop more of your intuitive skills, to connect more deeply with your family, with your children, your family members. I would do some activities like enhancing your family or your friends, if you don't have a family's intuition, by trying to guess when the light goes green, learning magic tricks or teaching magic tricks. That is very Mercury energy, and in the sign of Cancer, that's enhancing your intuition skills. Mercury will transit the sign of Cancer quite quickly, as the transit only lasts from July 4th to July the 19th. Now, in Hellenistic astrology, astrologers used to prioritize the speed of the planet. This means that the planet is shooting directly and it's in quick motion, meaning whatever that planet ruled and whatever house it was transiting, it's going to bring quick and fast moving results. It's like having your engine and it's firing correctly. Like, there's no engine problems, there's no check engine light. This is smooth sailing for you. So this is a quick transit through Cancer. Then Mercury enters the sign of Leo. There's no retrograde here. So take advantage of this connecting to source, connecting to your sacred space, because that is the energy of Cancer. It's the feelings that we have inside. Remember, we are a vessel. Just like your home is your sacred space, your body is also your sacred vessel. So enjoy this transit. Now, the next ingression is when Mars goes into Taurus. The last time that Mars was in the sign of Taurus was January the 6th, 2021. Now, on that day, we had some mundane activities that affected the nation. So I do want to warn everyone to be very diligent and careful and purposeful in the actions that they take while Mars is in Taurus. Mars in the sign of Taurus is actually not in dignity, since Mars rules the sign of Scorpio and Taurus is the opposite sign of Scorpio. And Mars is also going to be joining Uranus, that's been transiting Taurus. So whenever we have Mars transiting the sign of Taurus, he's no longer fired up like the archetype of Aries. This is more grounded energy, more practical energy. However, because Uranus is transiting the sign of Taurus and has been there for quite some time, we've noticed that the Mars conjunctions to Uranus are quite strong and very unpredictable. Additionally, Mars also squares Saturn, as Saturn is going to be transiting or is transiting the sign of Aquarius. So this is a very difficult transit. So if we go back to what happened in 2021, this is when the Capitol was flooded by people protesting, and this can repeat during this time. It might be seen or displayed in a different fashion. It might not be a physical act, but we might see more movement in regard to governmental activities or more push on laws, regulations, things like that, because Saturn brings in the laws and regulation. Mars brings in the energy of pushing through something that is heavy and difficult to endure. And then we have Uranus kind of shaking the status quo and bringing things that are very unexpected. So I'm hoping that during this time, I'm very hopeful that nothing dramatic happens. However, I've said this once and I'll continue saying it. Predictions when Uranus is involved are very highly unpredictable, because Uranus sways two ways. It either gives you a bunch or it takes away a bunch. So it's very, very unstable and unpredictable energy. So that ingress happens on July the 5th. And on July 6th, we have Venus forming a beautiful sextile to Chiron. This is a great opportunity to work on matters of the heart and also our value system and the relationship that we have with money. So whenever we have Venus sextiling Chiron, it's a great opportunity to push through belief systems that are impacting our self-worth. And because it is a sextile, it's much more easier and positive. We have Chiron in Aries and we have Venus in Gemini. So one suggested activity would be journaling or actually talking these things out. Maybe you can talk these things out loud to yourself, or tap into the energy of Gemini, which is a friend, maybe a friend that can relate to you and just be a hearing ear, so you can get these things, emotions, and traumas off your chest and really heal. I do recommend that the purpose of doing this exercise is to heal, not just to speak your truth and stay in the energy of that, because that means you're not changing your vibration. Thus, you didn't utilize the aspect correctly, so you can actually level up or change that existence. This is why I love astrology so much, because it brings these windows of opportunity for us to continue to evolve and learn and live our purpose-driven life. For Saturday, getting close to the end of the week, we have Mercury squaring Jupiter. Now, Mercury squaring Jupiter or anything aspecting Jupiter is just going to overexpand things. And whenever we have Mercury and Jupiter playing, this can also be an indicator that we're taking on too much. Mercury rules the signs that are connected to our daily activities and daily routines, and Jupiter rules the signs that are connected to our belief systems and also our spirituality. So it could be that during this time we might overdo things. Maybe we're over meditating or over resting or overworking or over communicating. You can get the picture, right? It's over. Now, I don't really think that's too bad. There's other aspects that are worse than that. I really do think this is an opportunity for us to dream big, and then from there use the Mercury logic in the sign of Cancer to kind of sense things through and see what it is that we should be working on now, and prioritize this list following your intuition. Now, there is a hidden gift with this aspect, and that is that Jupiter is exalted in the sign of Cancer and Mercury is in the sign of Cancer. Now, they're not in mutual reception, but Mercury does provide some Cancerian energy to Jupiter, so Jupiter is able to tap into his sign of exaltation, and through Jupiter, you're able to manifest or actually take advantage of this aspect. What is it that I recommend you do with this aspect? Some of my recommendation is grabbing your oracle decks and finding answers through that, automatic writing, using a pendulum, or electional astrology. These are all examples of things that you can do with this aspect. But remember, it's about narrowing down your list, concise and precise, versus over promising or overdoing or overwhelming yourself. And lastly, we end the week with Cancer Sun forming a sextile to Uranus in Taurus. Think of the term sacred innovations. So this is about using innovative either processes or mindsets. Doesn't matter whether it's tangible or something that's not tangible, like spiritual activities, but finding a way to shake up your routines, especially in connection to your life purpose, as the sun represents our life purpose. And you don't have to be a Cancer sign to tap into the sun in Cancer, because remember, in horoscopes or in weekly astrology, what we're doing is we are predicting through the transits of the planets and the signs that they're currently traveling through. the zodiac signs, the constellation signs. This is an opportunity for everyone to work in that house or in that zodiac sign to evolve. So although I am not a Cancer sun, I am a sun in Pisces, I can still manifest through the energy of the Cancer sun by looking at where that sun is traveling. And for me, that's my 12th house. So it's about going deep, really resting and recharging, really connecting to my sacred waters, and doing a lot of meditation and doing work that is very deep and transformative on a spiritual level. So by doing that, I'm going to be able to then handle the season of Leo that's coming up much more zestfully and vitalized, because I did deep work that healed me from within. So that is my transit. Everyone's transit is going to be different, and you need to know where Cancer is ruling in your natal chart. So follow your ascendant. If you don't know what this is, don't forget to catch me live on AstroTalks with Kathy from the Healing Gem, as I will be going through predictions for all the zodiac signs. So I will see you there. Catch me live for AstroTalks Ask the Astrologer segment. So as you can see, we are shifting in waters and energy. We had Mercury going into Cancer, Mars going into Taurus, Venus sextiling Chiron, Mercury and Jupiter squaring, and then we end the week with a beautiful Sun-Uranus sextile, asking us to evolve and to think bigger than ourselves, to do acts of kindness that are good for not just us, but everyone around us. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate your support. Don't forget to subscribe if you're watching on YouTube, or rate my podcast, or follow me on any of my social media platforms. I really appreciate your energetic exchange and your support. If you'd like to learn astrology with me, don't forget to check out my services, or if you'd like the reading with me, don't forget to check that out. I'm also opening my Astro Vibe Tribe, which only opens a few times a year. It's a great community, and one of the special things that we do in this community is that we manifest with the moon together. So this is the difference between my program and other people's program, is that we actually perform the ritual together, and we manifest as a collective, which is much more stronger because we're getting a group of people with intentions to grow. We also do clearing and resetting at the same time, so we can be ready for this manifestation. I offer the chance to catch this live, or if you can't make it on that day, it's always recorded a few days before the new moon, so you can always have the chance to create your own powerful intention and ritual right on time. Thank you so much, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.